All right, we're down. We're picking up this beast here, and we got to figure out how we are going to get this on the trailer. Unfortunately, the way you pick it up with the forklift is on the side there, so that's not convenient, certainly. So on the way back, you see a picture here. I blew out this tire right as I was getting ready to get off the freeway. I was still on the freeway and I blew that guy out. So luckily I was able to, with this guy good still, I was able to limp to the tire place about 2 miles. They were so awesome. They literally were slammed. They were so busy, but they said just pull in. So I pulled it in and they changed it. 10 minutes, had a new tire. This thing transported very nicely. I was concerned with the melamine because it's so slippery. We needed the melamine in order to slide this thing on the trailer. The forklift basically stopped and we had to get it up further. So we had to push it and it was really difficult to push, but it did work. This thing did shift a little bit, but it didn't move too much. If I cut this thing here, this part is still very usable. So I'm still probably going to just go ahead and sell that part, and that'll be great. And I think what I'll do is I'll just sand this up and put some shellac on it, make it look nice and neat. I'm going to take this cabinet, this base cabinet, and I'm going to move it to the left. So I'm going to take off that Delta line boring machine. I'm going to take off this support shelf that's attached to the wall and this cabinet. I'm going to move the drill press. I'm going to move the bandsaw. The drill press is going to have a new home, and that's going to be right here. And I've always been, a little bit apprehensive about putting it here, but I think this might actually be okay. And what I'm going to do is this shelf can just be removed, right? And this top will be cut so that I can put basically the column of the drill press in. So it's just going to be like that. The thing about having a shop is that you're adapting things. And one thing I'll tell you is that when you first do a shop, everything looks so hunky-dory and, it's all rosy and stuff. But then after a while, you start adding stuff here and there where you have room. I didn't used to keep my extension cords there, but you know what? They fit there. One thing for sure is I'm going to have to figure out another way to do the vacuum on it, because that's got the dust deputy. Over here, I don't have a dust deputy. There's really no easy method of getting that out of there because they're locked in with all these pieces and they're bolted in. So really, I just don't see another way. And this is aluminum, so I'll be able to cut that fairly easily. Wish me luck. And I kind of tweaked my back, so that's awesome. I'm going to go ahead and make a cut right there. Cut that guy out. Certainly, this is sticking out so far. What I'll do is I'll just undo those lag bolts, bring the whole thing up here and slide the base underneath the vent. That'll give me a little more space. Okay, this is what we have so far, all this space. So this cord, this extension cord, is from the router table all the way back there and all that stuff that goes with it. So it goes up to a 20 amp. And then I have another cord that goes up to a separate 20 amp. This is a 20 amp, 220. New saw is a 30. I need a 30 amp, 220 volt. Unfortunately, this is a 20 amp, which means I'm gonna have to have my electrician come, and he's coming tomorrow. I'm just gonna have him add a 30 amp 220. I'll keep that there just in case I wanna somehow incorporate the other table saw here. I don't think I'm going to. I don't think so. I wanna have this all as a work surface, so I'm not too keen on putting the other table saw here. I had thought about it, but I just don't think that that's wise. Okay, this is what the shop looks like right now. Got a little bit of a mess. Oh yeah. It is. That's the first step in the mod. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue that all the way down and just make a flush cut. I'm actually going to pull this out, so essentially the depth of the workbench gets deeper. It's 47.5, right? So a standard piece of material comes at 49 inches. That's only going to give me 1.5 inches more. I'm going to pull it further than that, which means I'm going to have to get a little bit wider of a piece. All right, got that cut out. That's nice. All right, this is officially separated completely. This router table is gonna suit somebody really nicely. Got all this stuff nice and cleaned up, and that was a, it was a disaster underneath there. It's amazing how much stuff gets underneath. Even though good dust collection, it's still amazing how much dust the shop produces. As you can see, I picked up used a pallet jack that looks like heck, but I did a little work on it and the thing works good. I've never actually owned a pallet jack, and I thought this was a great opportunity to buy one. Why I said get it. Are you serious?
I know, but you started lifting with that, so I didn't know if we were lifting with that.
Oh, that thing fits right under there. Wait, back that thing up. I want to get this. First thing to lift with this new pallet jack. This weighs a ton. I don't know. I mean, obviously this is heavy, but this is seriously a solid piece here. And let's try it. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. It literally is like, it's like a glove.
Whoa.
Underneath the saw, I'm going to lift it up a little bit. Underneath.
Oh.
Well, here goes nothing. I'm going to back this thing in and see if it'll be a good way to get this thing out of here. All right, my electrician just came and took a look at what he needed to go grab, so he's ready to go. That's pretty sweet. He's going to be able to do all this, even with the wood up against the wall. He's going to run it in the conduit, and he's going to add the 30 amp 220 and leave the existing 20 amp just in case I want to use the other table saw. All right, so obviously this is a good method, but you get to a point where I'm not going to be able to pull it anymore. So this is in front. I'll pull this one, and because it's going to pull crooked, I'm just going to have to kind of direct it and hopefully it doesn't get too bad. I had to extend this one, so I broke a piece off and added it, screwed it there so that I was able to continue on. But this thing works pretty well. Okay, well, I guess, would you consider that the easy part? I don't know. Probably. Now we've got to figure out how to get this thing on the ground and in position. It's got to be turned around, spun around. And I've got this thing, and this is funny because I'm actually getting this thing taken out of here, but right now I have it in there. So I put these stabilizers on to make it level, because it was, you know, I just didn't have enough reach, and I wish I could have put it further out, the straps, but because the feet are there, there's nothing I can hook to except for this here, and I didn't want that because I figured it would pick it up unevenly, right, with the strap going underneath instead of out here. So I just picked it up there, and then I added strap. I added my small one, then I realized, you know what, I might need a little bit more, so I put my bigger one on, and I have my bigger one there. This is going to be the, you know, hard part, I think, getting this off. I can't even tell you how I'm gonna do it. Should be fun. To get this machine down, what I've decided is I'm going to put it on blocks and then release the straps and get everything off of it. And then I will use my automotive jack and jack up the back, or one part of it, and then take some of the blocks out and then drop it down, and then jack up the other part, take some of the blocks, drop it down. And I'm going to do this until I can actually get my pallet jack under it. The only thing is that it's going to take quite a few blocks to get the height I need. So I went ahead, and of course all my saws are kind of inaccessible right now, except for my cordless jigsaw. So I just used that to cut a bunch of this stuff here. So this is a 1 1/4 inch. So maybe like 5 of these. Well, I tell you, I mean, it feels good to have that done, but it's amazing how, you know, easy things can be, provided you have different tools, you know? This is kind of a weird feeling that I'm having. It's almost like I just started doing this and I'm getting my shop ready, and you know, it's kind of exciting. Hopefully you shared the excitement with me. All right, bye.